cars back in the day, I feel like were harder, you know.
They're made out of metal. Now they're made out of plastic.
And, you know what I'm saying? How like that's so that they're specifically making things not last as long, so you buy them more. And I feel like feel like that's very apparent in the car industry.
For conspiracy theory.
Damn! Damn! No!
Because you could have just done that for a whole bunch of things.
Just friggin' squish, squish, squish. Nobody. I'm gonna scrub this out.
We're not gonna get the same reaction.
I'm gonna scrub this out. What's up, nutheads? Welcome to episode 28 of the Living Room Podcast. You know, it's been a long time. Nutheads, you know.
You said what episode number?
28. Is that not right?
Oh, are you gonna? Well, I guess that would just be season 2, episode 28.
Oh,
I don't know.
I mean, it's 20.
We'll figure it out.
Episode 28 total. You know, goddamn. We've officially entered. Well, I mean, I guess I would call it the second season, but I feel like we're in the interim period right now because you guys probably noticed we're not in the living room.
You're not.
We are currently in my studio where I make art like that and that and that and a bunch of other art that, you know.
The free promo.
You know, subtle flex or whatever. But yeah.
Dang, I'm gonna put some damn nail art on that.
It's okay. We'll
I'm just kidding.
I'll put some pictures up. But yeah, we're in the studio right now because the living room is currently being
renovated.
We would be down there, but the echo was so crazy. Like, we can talk in the fucking Kyla's room and hear ourselves.
And there's no floor.
Oh, yeah, there's no floor there as well, you know. It's kind of ugly, but hey, it's going to come back better than ever.
But, you know, gotta make it look ugly before it looks good, I guess.
That's what they say. You always gotta go through the ugly stages, and then it ends up, you know,
but
looking nice.
Now I know how those people on House Hunters feel. Because I'm really just like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Oh my God.
Nothing.
Like, are you doing stuff? But like, I be here, so I hear like, you know, banging and freaking sawing and.
Let's make them think we're doing something.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? Like,
put a saw on.
they're just freaking watching YouTube and stuff with headphones in, but it's got the saw going on.
No, they're listening to that guy whistle.
Bang. Oh my God. There is one of the contractors, and I swear to God, he whistles the entire time. And it's like,
non-stop.
I don't like, shout out to your lung capacity, bro. Like, you're obviously not a smoker because how do you have such powerful lungs that you literally whistle? And I know you guys are thinking, oh, it's just 5-10 minutes. I swear to God,
it's the whole time.
It's hours. It's hours.
I was making breakfast and he freaking was whistling the whole time. I was like,
are you a part fucking Robin, nigga? Like,
he's part of the bird family.
Truly. Man.
But I'm grateful, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad that, you know, we're getting stuff floors done. Yeah, we're upgrading the living room for you guys.
Mm-hmm. And because of Helene.
Yeah. It was real wet down there, you know. We don't want to, I don't know how stuff happened to our lungs because we're breathing like mold and stuff. So, you know, we had to get the floors fixed up and, you know.
Which apparently there wasn't mold in the floors. So I guess that was good. I think that's what Crystal said.
Hey, that's good. But
I don't
shit.
know. There you go, mentioning Crystal again.
Super wet, yeah.
No one knows who she is yet.
Hey, you guys will find out eventually. You know, she's
flaked, so
you guys haven't unlocked that special guest character yet, but it's coming. You just need a couple more hours.
Mm-hmm.
But freaking yeah, it was a remodel, so we're in here for now. But whenever you do see us back in the living room, it's gonna be
studio podcast.
Yeah, we're live from the studio right now because goddamn, we're in my studio. But when you see us back in the living room, we're gonna be new and improved, all that kind of good stuff.
Alexa, play Studio by Schoolboy Q.
I don't know why my man started singing Nokia. I was like, who's calling my phone? But I was like, oh, that's not the same song. But excuse me.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
Wow.
Excuse me about that. And also, one other thing I want to talk about that I thought was freaking really funny. How freaking I know. We say it all the time. This isn't a political podcast.
Oh, God.
But I just think it's funny how freaking Elon Musk is going off on Donald Trump right now. Like, and it's so funny because he's saying, oh, you were in the Epstein files. You're doing this. You're doing that. And it literally reminds me of like when like people break up with their boyfriends and they weren't shit, and they were like, you used to have shit stains in your drawers and you only brush your teeth once a week. You were dating him the whole time this happened though, and you were his friend the whole time he was in the Epstein file. So like, what does this say about you, Mr. Elon? Probably. And it's like, I feel like you airing Donald Trump out ain't the fuck you think it is, because you knew this stuff and still supported him this whole entire time. So you're at least as bad as he is, maybe worse, since you're enabling people like that to take power. And
you're taking money from them. Or giving money to them. Whichever.
Giving money. Whatever you want. Believe. Getting political favors. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. Because literally it's just like, you're like, my baby daddy wasn't shit. Well, you were fucking him for 10 years. So I don't know what you want me to say.
The cycle of abuse is hard. It takes a person in an abusive relationship like 8 times to leave.
You don't gotta be abusive just because baby daddy ain't shit. Like maybe he just
I don't know. Maybe that could be it. I don't know.
I'm not talking about abusive relationships. You know,
cut that out understand. Too. I guess.
Well, you started it. Sorry. That's not what I was talking about though.
Well, I was that still could have been. They still could have been. You know.
I was talking about like.
It's SZA. A possibility. Like SZA, you're talking about toxic things.
SZA and fucking
toxicity is still abusive.
What's the thing? One of them days where her baby daddy had like a big dick or whatever, and she like kept.
Oh, that's not even her baby daddy. She didn't have a
whatever.
Kid.
That's what
the guy that she gave the rent money to.
Yeah, the guy she gave her.
I heard they're supposed to make a second one.
I can see. I mean, I think they got good chemistry. Like, I think Keke Palmer is just a fucking riot.
That wig was horrible. Though.
Hey, I mean, I feel like
I was like,
and I feel like you got too much money to be goddamn like you can hire black fucking like stylists and shit. Just do
I feel like they should have just actually did her hair halfway instead of making a wig that looks like that. Because now that I'm looking at like the promo and stuff again, I'm like, Jesus, that was a horrible wig. Good movie.
I'd watch 2 though if they can watch that.
Yeah. It was very
shout
funny.
Out Jerome.
Made me think of Friday, but with
yeah.
And I was like, wow, I love this. I don't think I've ever seen a movie like that with specifically black women up to shenanigans, except for Girls Trip.
I was gonna say Girls Trip is probably the only other thing I've ever seen even similar to that.
Because women usually aren't the focus.
You know? Yeah. So shout out them for that, because I think the director was a woman too, and I mean,
the fuck?
Oh.
Says Trump deploys National Guard after second day of Los Angeles immigration protest. Lord.
Not the National Guard.
Hey, LA is not playing. They know their economy is held up by the Hispanics and other immigrants that come there. I don't want to just say Hispanics, but that's who they're targeting. So
you heard it here first. It's about to be martial law in goddamn California.
And they thought it was going to be the black people in the South. Nope.
It was the liberals in California.
Yep. But anyway, you know, we got sidetracked.
Type shit.
It's already been 15 minutes.
I was just kidding though, you know. But anyway, hi dudes. You know, we do a lot of segments here for fun, you know.
Also, we didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh my god, no. Because we got so distracted by the goddamn the studio and all the cool art around. But you know who I am. It's goddamn the boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Captain Alexander, you know. Woo!
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I burped in the mic.
And Burpy Lipper over here.
I'm Kyla, you know. Kyla the Stallion, Kyla the Nail Tech, you know.
Ooh.
All that good stuff.
Type shit.
More names to come, I guess. I don't know.
MNTC.
What?
More names to come.
Oh, okay.
But just like you know our names already, you goddamn know we do these segments. And one of our favorites and one of your favorites have been the fact segment.
Is it?
I mean, I don't know.
I was just wondering. I'm not doubting you. It's like, oh, is it?
I was just saying stuff. I hope you like the segment stuff. I mean, I like it. I mean, I don't really have like statistics to say you guys like it.
Niggas always be saying stuff.
I feel like the TikToks we do about the facts though usually do pretty well though. So I feel
I guess
like,
the Ghetto Wappily one did do pretty well, but I think it just did well because people were offended. But I didn't make it up, you know.
But yeah, Ghetto
Blame David Chang.
That was a good one. Appreciate y'all on TikTok and Instagram for liking our stuff. That's y'all making us famous. Appreciate y'all for real.
I'm so sorry.
But I'll let you go first. What is a fact that you got? A nice little fun, interesting factoidingo.
Well, my fact is that Diageo, the brand that makes Ciroc, and
Yes.
Don Julio, and Casamigos.
Oh, I didn't know they made those two.
That what?
Casamigos and the other one. I knew they made Diddy's, shit, but I didn't know they made
But
They got
or
niggas
at
in
least
the
they
chokehold.
own it. I mean, maybe somebody else created it and just bought it.
Diageo got niggas in their chokehold. Niggas love all three of them fucking
Well, not
alcohols.
after this. Apparently, they're saying that some of their tequila is not real tequila. Like, it has other additives in it, and some of it might be grain liquor. And yeah.
Everclear?
So it might not. Yeah. So they're saying Don Julio and Diageo and all that stuff could not be actual tequila. Because it takes like 3 years to make tequila. Well, for the agave plants to fully form so you can make tequila. I was just
gonna say that it takes
I guess
years
that's a
for agave to mature.
Yeah, but yeah, they think someone's suing them because they feel like it's not actual tequila.
I mean, I feel like
not pure tequila. Like
I wonder
they claim.
I wonder if there's a way to test that. Like,
I'm sure there is. That's probably why they're suing.
If it's agave or if it's
because I feel like they wouldn't bring a lawsuit like that unless they had some kind of proof.
Yeah. Because this is a little fun fact for you guys. Always look at your tequila bottles. It should say 100% agave on it. That's how you know that's real tequila.
But I feel like Don Julio says 100% agave on it.
And that's why they're being sued, because they say 100% agave on there, but they're not. But at least, if it says it on there and if it's wrong, they're lying to you. You at least try to do the best you could do. But just a little fun fact. If your tequila don't say 100% agave on it, at least they're being real about it. It's not real tequila. Sorry about it.
It's a blend. Like when you go to the hair store and they say human hair mix. It's not all human. It's a mix. I guess that's another one. But I hope people that buy hair know that.
Yeah, I don't buy hair, so I don't know that kind of stuff.
The girlies or the days or the gays. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride Month. Happy Juneteenth month. We also gotta say that it's goddamn Juneteenth is tomorrow.
Shit, I think this is Black Music Month too.
Happy freaking Juneteenth. Happy Black Music Month. Happy fucking anniversary of the goddamn Livin podcast. Fucking let's goddamn give a woo to that first and fucking foremost. Oh shit, I can't believe we didn't do that in the beginning, but you guys know.
Because you just started off however the fuck.
But hey.
I don't even remember.
But if you've been here for a while.
We're just rolling down. It's like, okay.
Hey, if you've been there for a while, you know that we kind of live in a constant state of chaos a little bit. We kind of, do a little bit of stuff, unconventional. But that's why you guys love us. That's why you've been here for a whole year. So, goddamn, shout out to y'all for being here for literally 365 days. But I guess it's time for my fact now? Or are you done with yours? Or?
I'm done.
Okay, my fact is something I bet none of you guys listening knew. Humans are bioluminescent. That means they glow.
Where?
Outside, on their bodies. Humans glow.
But does that have to be in some special kind of light?
Nope. They just glow. However, they glow very, very faintly, so you can't see. They glow 1,000 times less than what humans can see. So, so if it takes like 1,000 for you to see, we glow at 1. So we glow very, 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 very faintly. I mentioned it's fine which animals can see, because I think some animals maybe can, but yeah, goddamn, we're just very, very, very faint, and it's because something called I wrote it down. Free radicals interact. I know free radicals. Freaking free radicals interacting with something called fluorospheres, and free radicals are just unpaired electrons, and fluorospheres are just molecules that when they interact with light they glow. So we have them, it's just that it's very, 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 very faint, and it's associated with our metabolism, and scientists were saying that they might even be able to like measure that to like help like do cancer stuff. So I was like, I think that's super fascinating, because we literally glow in the dark. We just don't have good enough. We just don't have good enough eyes to see.
I wonder if Hazel can see me glow.
Maybe, or maybe some like fish or some shit who like live like in like the super dark. Maybe they can like see it like that. But
I'm gonna go to that beach that glows.
I think that'd be cool. I want to go to freaking there's like a beach in Hawaii or something. It has like black sand.
Shout out Hawaii.
Shout out Hawaii. If
Shout
you
out
know,
Dad.
you know.
A little.
Shout out your dad.
Half a shout out.
I guess he watched the podcast or something, or at least he'd be watching the clips. So
I didn't even know he watched clips.
Shout out Big Delroy.
He hasn't mentioned anything to me about it.
I mean, but he be commenting and stuff. Sometimes freaking. I feel like there have been several times where he's commented.
I've seen him like him.
I feel like he will comment on like your page or something and say something, but I feel like I've definitely seen him like something. But
Well, thanks, Dad.
Shit, Father's Day is this month. What you getting them?
Why would you ask me that? That's crazy.
Oh, so I guess 70th I'm getting my
What's
dad.
he gonna get me? What
funny.
is he gonna get me?
No, that's funny.
Anyway, good facts.
We're good
Gotta
factors.
learn. Each one teach one. Each one teach one.
Each one teach one.
I didn't want to sound like eat one teach one.
No child left behind. Shout out George Bush.
A lot of them have been left behind. Yeah, mentally. George Bush, you're paying for your crimes right now.
Maybe some of them should have been
I know
not
you
left
are.
behind, but like maybe keep them back a little bit so they can learn the stuff again.
Like what the fuck was wrong with keeping kids back? I feel like when they kept kids back like a year, it's fine. It's a fucking year.
Sometimes
There are people that are born late. They'll be with them.
I was born late. I'm born November.
I was almost born late, but I feel like you graduated on time because I feel like up north they didn't have that.
Yeah.
Where you had to wait out a year.
Yeah. That's why I graduated at 17.
I feel like they did that down south to keep us dumb. Well, not me. So I wasn't born in the south. But
I mean, I feel like the South's economic structure, like their structure in general, is inherently more racist than it is up north. Like,
yeah, but
this is not a political podcast.
Yeah, but everything is political lately.
Everything is political. We're not political.
Being black is political.
Exactly. Fight the power.
You just learned about that.
Shout out Spike Lee.
Anyway,
R.I.P. Radio Raheem.
should have kept that for later. Jesus,
I didn't even say anything. Also, R.I.P. Radio Raheem. And R.I.P. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
But our next segment, it's new. How they say, I wouldn't tell anybody I won the lottery, but there'd be signs.
There'd be signs.
What would be your sign?
My sign? I get to go first?
Yeah.
Coolio.
I went first last time, I think.
Well, the first thing you would see is I would pull up in the all-electric Cadillac Escalade. And it'd be like, how much that cost?
Why would somebody ask you that? Oh, God, that pissed me the fuck off. I'd be like, what?
Like, first
what the
off,
fuck you said to me?
First off, Google
That's
it.
rude.
Google it.
Like how they say asking a woman her age is rude. I don't care. You ask me my age all I want. But you ask me how much something costs. Oh, I swear to God. I'd be like, what the fuck do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
I'd be like,
what are you trying to imply?
unless you're talking about something in a conversation, and they're like, well, how much was it? I'll be like, okay.
Yeah,
but if the first thing you say to me is how much does it cost, I'm gonna be like, why are you counting my money?
I got a new car, and they're like,
anyway.
oh, how much was that? Can you afford that? Like, whoa. All right then. But yeah, I'm definitely.
But yeah, if I really want to know, I'm gonna Google it.
Please Google it. It's called the Escalade. ESV.
Is it really ESV?
Probably. I think so. Escalade. Electric super version. I don't know, something like that.
What would be
But
something
yeah,
else you would have, like,
pull it up.
if you're rich, like in your house or something?
Respect. Honestly, it depends on how rich I was, but I would. It's funny because I was talking about this the other day with my sister, kind of. Land, really, like that's honestly really what I want to do. Is I want to have like almost like a city, almost like I want to have like a bunch of land.
Like Lil Boosie?
He got a city?
He's trying to make one.
All right.
Or like a neighborhood or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like, I want to have like a bunch of houses, and I also want to have like animals and stuff that can support. Like I don't need meat, but I know a lot of people do. Like a homestead, I like to think of it more as a homestead than a farm. But yeah,
What's the difference?
I don't know. I just like the word homestead more. But
gentrification of farms.
But honestly, yeah, there's gonna be a farm because I want to like have animals and like plants and stuff to like feed the people. You know, I feel like that'd be a good, you know, kind of like. I mean, you see things like friggin' The Last of Us and friggin' even in Walking Dead, they kind of like set up cities, and I don't know. I feel like why can't I do that right now? Like, I feel like where we live, like in this city, land is pretty fucking cheap. Like, it's not like super cheap.
Starting to buy land out here though.
Yeah,
they're trying to get hit.
But I'm saying it's not like if I were to buy land in like Martinez or in freaking Atlanta or something. Probably not. But
you gotta go to Appling or
this is probably some of the cheapest in the CSRA. This is probably some of the cheapest.
We have the cheapest real estate in the country, really.
Yeah, because friggin' I was talking to somebody at my job and they were saying something when I was like, well, you live in like fucking Chicago.
Yeah,
Georgia stuff is definitely way cheaper than in goddamn Chicago.
Like in Chicago, rural land is probably cheaper than buying land in the city, but it's not cheaper than here.
But goddamn, a bunch of land, and I know this is like not practical, but I want peacocks. Like I think they're super cool. They're huge.
You freaking watch that?
They taste like chicken. Yes, literally. Oh my god! Ever since I watched that,
they taste like chicken. Why does that matter?
It doesn't matter. But I was like, it's cool to feed the people.
You're gonna make a peacock for Thanksgiving?
I'm not gonna eat it, but you guys could eat it. I just think
I'll try it.
They're super cool, but also I think why I say isn't practical is because peacocks like fucking suck. Like they're super loud. They make noise all the time. So
it has to have them like far away.
So some folks won't like that, and they can fucking fly. Yeah. So they go on your roof, but they're heavy as fuck. So when you have a heavy ass fat fucking bird on your roof, it fucks your roof up. So it's probably not good to have a bunch of it's really. I just think they're cool, but I understand that it's impractical to have peacocks. But like, I don't know. I love how annoying they are. Fucking, they're loud and they fuck up your roof. Like that's metal as shit. Like, but also like, I don't want my town folks to have fucking roofs and be annoyed. Yeah, they're like, I want to move
because what if they don't have a roof as good as your roof, and then you'll be liable because it's your peacock.
And it's because I want like a lot of like solar power stuff too, and I would imagine
they can't be on the panels.
A fucking peacock fucking up a solar panel, like them shits are not cheap.
No.
But I think they're cool. And another thing, this is just for me, the lands for the folk, because I want to do stuff with the folk, but I want an island just to party on and stuff like goddamn, and another off the grid island is just kind of like
Fire Festival.
Freaking, and it's funny because even like before watching Fire Festival, fucking the island was one of Escobar's islands, and I remember watching on Narcos, they freaking had like a party island, and I was like, that actually seems like the coolest shit in the world.
The Colombians had the ideas.
Those motherfuckers.
Because I feel like they party just as much as us black people, and they know how to have a party too. Like we went to my client's party. She's Mexican. Yeah. I was like, it's lit.
Yeah, definitely. But I feel like everybody knows freaking that Hispanic people can't goddamn party. Like people talk about the Mexicans, but it's not just Mexicans. Freaking, they all be goddamn getting down.
Yes, all of them. But
what about you? What are some little signs that you've hit that secret jackpot?
I would go away.
What do you mean by that? Like they'd be like, "Where's Kyla?"
Go on vacation.
I seen her in a year. Like, yeah, she's been in the mountains.
No, I'm not gonna leave for that long. But if someone's like, "Where's Kyla?" I'm be like,
probably in Grand Turk. I don't know. Probably in Bora Bora again.
Take a cruise.
Over in the goddamn Seychelles.
No. I would I don't know. I would probably also get a car. I just get a Jeep Wrangler, like all souped out,
Would you get like one of the ones that don't have doors?
No, I don't like that. I don't know. Maybe if I could take the doors off, or maybe I'll just get two. One regular, one I can take the fucking doors off.
I wonder how it feels to drive in a car with no doors on it.
Yeah, I gotta ask Lake. Like, can I drive in your Jeep? All these years I've known you, I've never driven in it before.
Be like, sure. Hop in. Beep beep.
He did poke me, so I think I have it in. But yeah, I would roll up in a Jeep Wrangler.
Straight up Jeep Wrangler.
The most expensive trim with lights on it.
Gotta have the underlights.
Yes. Maybe lights inside too.
Does it have that? I know that a lot of luxury cars have a thing where like you like open the door and like under is like a light with a symbol on it.
Yeah,
like,
I think that's cool. I would do that.
Does Jeep do that?
I don't know. I'm sure you can buy one though.
Specifically for Jeep, I need me a Jeep underlighting for the.
But also, I would have a roller skating rink / club in my house.
Not just a bar, but a club. So it's gonna be a dance floor.
Yeah, it could be both. You know, sometimes it'll be a roller skating rink. Sometimes it'll be a dance floor. Like,
type shit.
Maybe it'll have like a little, and it'll be the floor for roller skating. And then, and it'll be a floor like Saturday Night Fever where it lights up, you know. Yeah. Yes. That's what I would have.
I feel you. No, that's good stuff. Goddamn.
I think I would want some land too. At first, I was like, I don't want to be away from civilization. That's kind of scary. But then we drove through Aiken that one time, and I was like, I can get into this.
See, I was thinking that too, but also like, why do you have to be away from civilization just because you have like land and stuff like that?
That's just how it is.
But I mean, like, you can have all the technology that you have. You can fucking have, Wi-Fi and all that stuff.
I watch too much true crime.
Hey, I mean, but I guess it's different because I want like specifically like a like community, like I want to like start like a city kind of thing. So it's like, I'd have a bunch of land, but it's not. I'm not gonna be there alone. Like it's gonna be goddamn. But I do want an island where I'm alone, but that's different because nobody's gonna be near me on my island. It's gonna be literally
it's gonna be like Anaconda.
I said my party island, not Anaconda. Why'd you wish that upon me?
No, I mean like that weird guy, not the snakes.
That nigga was a weirdo. This shit, fucking. I can't believe they let that nigga on the boat in Anaconda. Like,
that's the 90s when people were too friendly.
Ice Cube and Jennifer Lopez, two goddamn people calling. Ice Cube would have been like, hell nah, don't let that motherfucker. Well, maybe he was also
boat, only the camera guy, so maybe he felt like he didn't have any power. Like, he's just shooting the stuff. He has no.
But J-Lo, it was her documentary. I feel like it was her and
that guy,
her nigga who man, R.I.P. I mean he ain't died, but
Wow. But anyway, that would be mine. Oh my gosh.
But no, land is cool. But we have another staple, not a staple, but something that we like to talk about a lot, because especially nowadays, you never know what's true or what's not, Niggas be lying to you all the time. People, institutions, civilization.
Your own government.
Your own fucking government. So we're going to talk about some conspiracy theories. But, yeah, because, we have conspiracy theories, something that some people might not think is true, but, I mean, it could be true, something type shit. You want to go first? What's your conspiracy theory?
My conspiracy theory kind of piggybacks off of you talking about Elon Musk and Donald Trump earlier.
Okay.
It's a ploy.
Elon and Donald fighting?
Like they're arguing to distract us from what's really going on. I don't know. Maybe something big's going to happen and then, they're trying to distract us, which I think they always are because they're always overloading us with news all the time. But yeah.
I feel like I always see they're trying to distract us.
Yeah, because Elon Musk was like, oh, I've got something coming out at 3 p.m. But then he started begging Donald Trump to talk to him. And Donald Trump's like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm just like, you guys are ridiculous. But that also could have been AI. I didn't fact check it. So
could have been.
It could have been.
It's like when you're friends with a couple on Facebook and they start fighting and they be like tagging each other and saying that kind of shit. And it's like, I'm lucky I'm friends with both. I can see both sides of the goddamn story. Goddamn, he's saying this and she's saying that and they're saying that. It's like, ooh, juicy.
It's like, why are you putting this all on Facebook? Goddamn. You're putting it on there for me to consume.
Literally.
So I'm going to look at it.
I remember on Facebook, I saw somebody, I guess they maybe that was talking shit. And they was like, well, you ain't telling my using the message begging to eat my pussy. And they posted the comments and shit. And I was like, oh.
Is that who I think it is?
You posted the goddamn screenshots in the DMs. I'm talking about some, where you at? Come meet this pussy. Okay, I'm on the way. Like a good boy. Like, wow. But I'll never leave Facebook. Facebook messy as hell.
I hate Facebook.
Messy as hell.
Especially in those groups. But anyway, what's your conspiracy
My conspiracy theory
that I haven't heard already?
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I haven't heard it. I swear.
No. I'm gonna go on my original one now since you goddamn talking sneak over there.
You could just edit that out. You're gonna edit the episode.
My conspiracy theory is that there's a car. It's real local actually. So I'm sorry if you don't live near me. You know, but I live near a car wash, and I think they could be a drug front. Hear me out, right? They only accept cash at all. There's no kind of card. You can't use it. You can Zelle them, but the Zelle goes straight to the owner. It's not like a business account that they use to Zelle. And honestly, it wasn't the best car wash I ever had. If we're being 100,000% honest. I mean, there's literally still a stain on my car that freaking
wipe it off.
Telling you about it's. I don't know. I haven't tried to. I mean, I think about going to one of the places where you fucking go to yourself and freaking.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
I'll probably do that, but
I'm gonna use their vacuum. Their vacuums are really good.
I think that place because fucking. I tried to go there almost like 4 days in a row, and they were closed every day. How are you closed 4 days in a row?
Wasn't it raining?
One of the days it wasn't raining. Well, it was like a little overcasty, but it didn't fucking rain. And I was like, how can you afford to be closed? Most
Maybe
days
they've been open on days like that, and they just didn't get good sales, so they just. Yeah.
But how can you afford that? I mean, plus I feel like that. I don't know. I guess I feel like they get a lot more business in the summer than they do in the winter. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
You don't wash your cars in the winter?
I mean, I feel like there's not like pollen and stuff, so you don't gotta wash it as much and stuff. And bugs aren't out, so there's not goddamn bugs. You're not smashing the bugs on your goddamn car. But I don't know. I just feel like that there's a problem.
Or it could just be tax evasion.
Or it could just be tax fraud.
But we won't tell you where they are.
That's what it's. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what they are because I'm not gonna snitch or nothing.
Yeah.
But I would like to say that I was over there the other day and there was a super nice lady. Because I went to get my car wash and then I ran around the block because I try to stay fit or whatever. And I went back to the car station and I went to the food truck and I was like, hey, can I get some water? And she was like, sure. And I was like, how much? And she was like, you can have it. And I was like, thank you, because you can see that clearly I'm dying in this fucking Georgia heat, and I'm fucking running like a fucking idiot in the middle of the fucking day. It's like 2 p.m. and I'm fucking jogging around the block like I'm a fucking astronaut on the sun.
Joggers.
Oh, like I'm a freaking Kenyan or something. I don't know.
Wow.
That's where Usain Bolt is, and I'm sure he be jogging when it's hot.
What?
Is he not Kenyan, Usain Bolt?
No.
What is he?
He's Jamaican.
I edit that out too.
Well, thanks for the conspiracy theory, Good stuff.
Type shit.
But, we have grinding your gears.
Stuff does grind gears.
What's been grinding your gears?
Me?
Yeah.
What's been grinding my gears? Car insurance.
Oh my god.
Fucking car insurance, right? Let me tell you. I literally work for a car insurance place, right? And I was trying to get car insurance. And they were like, you can't get car insurance. And I was like, I work for you guys. And they were like, so what? And I was like, okay, that's fair. I haven't had car insurance in a long time because I haven't had a car in a long time. So I had to go through goddamn some weirdo company called Root. And they insured me, which I appreciate. But that shit was $350 a month.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't live in New Jersey. I don't live in New York. I don't live in Michigan. Why the fuck am I paying $350 a month?
But I saw if there's like a lot of accidents in your area, they'll like up everybody's insurance.
Yeah, but I don't know. because I do quote, for Georgia, but I feel like I don't really be looking at the rates, so I don't know if the rates are like, stupid or how like they be in other goddamn places. Yeah. Because I feel like it's crazy that I'm paying almost $400 for car insurance.
Yeah, that's pretty outrageous.
So I switched to goddamn the Gecko, and goddamn, they freaking told me a rate, and they freaking raised my rate because they're like, oh, we went ahead and we added on freaking another person to your policy. And I was like, why'd you do that? And they were like, and I was like, oh, okay, we can take them off. And they were like, sure, if you send us this documentation. And I was like, well, I didn't send you documentation to add them on, but you still added them on. And they were like, so whatever, fuck that. And then they were like, yeah, you got to fill out this survey or whatever. And I was like, you guys didn't send me a survey. And I go on my account, I look in the app, the emails, and they're like, it's a survey. And I'm like, there's literally no survey there.
Maybe you mistyped your email.
Literally, like 5 days later, I get a survey in the mail. And I'm like, you could have said it was a mail survey, like, but maybe, honestly, I really think it was just that person's first time, and since I just started where I am, I totally understand, goddamn, being new to a company and not knowing how it works, but get it together, man. Like, you were giving me misinformation, you didn't really know what you were doing, you didn't, at least when I don't know something, I'm gonna say, damn, that's a good question. I actually don't know, but I will find that out for you right now.
Yeah.
But she was just like, anyway, fuck the lizard. But what's grinding your gears, man?
I don't know.
You don't know? Nothing pissing you off lately?
I don't know. Last minute cancellations are kind of annoying because I do a lot of things besides my career. Yeah. And it's like I'm wasting time, and you're wasting my time. Yeah, and it's just like,
shit. I thought you just said something about fucking these AUG pages, freaking.
Oh God, I don't want to bring that here.
Acting up.
I stopped thinking about it purposely. How the AUG pages of the feds.
Fucking.
I'll start that.
What's that page?
AUG Splain.
AUG Splain. Y'all the fucking feds.
Yeah, I think so.
Y'all just be freaking, oh, this thing happened at this place at this time. Like,
I think you're the feds, and I think you're a white person.
Call the police. You're definitely a white person. And if you're not, prove it. Screenshot a picture of your hand. Yeah. Send it to us.
Well, I guess that's annoying too, but that's just annoying for a personal reason. That's not, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't feel that way.
I mean, I still feel like they're the feds, though. I feel like
yeah. You're telling on this.
Y'all be telling, snitching.
But you're posting it as a T page.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
It's entertaining. So
because you post something and it's like, oh, the sheriff's office. Yeah.
Y'all tag the sheriff's office. Y'all literally tagging the sheriff's office.
Tag the sheriff's office. But yeah.
The feds.
I guess both of those things have been in my ears. But yeah.
The feds.
That's all I've got.
That's cool. I mean, that's all it be. We brought it up a little earlier, but I'm going to say it again. It's the Juneteenth anniversary. We've been here. We started last Juneteenth. Juneteenth is goddamn tomorrow. And just personally, every Juneteenth, we usually watch a bunch of movies and stuff. And, we, because we like black people and stuff, and we like to support black people, especially during, the Black Month. We only got 2 of them. I mean,
and one of them is short.
Technically, one of them,
One of them is short.
I just count Juneteenth as our month because, I'm a black person and I fucking can. But yeah, like I said, we usually watch Juneteenth movies, black movies for Juneteenth and Black History Month. What's one of the favorite movies that you've watched that during our Juneteenth, I guess, last Black History Month watches?
Well, we haven't watched this yet. I've seen it, but my favorite. What?
Wow.
Well, I've seen it before, like when I was like younger.
What's it
called? We just haven't gotten to it. Every time I look it up, it's behind a paywall, and I just refuse.
Roots?
It's Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang.
I love Pootie Tang. Sarate. Love Pootie-Tang. It's just so ridiculous that it's funny.
No, it is a goddamn like a movie about a nigga fighting with a belt. Like, that's crazy.
It's supposed to be like a blaxploitation parody kind of thing, and then Wanda Sykes is in it, and she's Biggie Shorty, and she's just freaking
Biggie Shorty
be dancing and stuff. I'm like, yes,
type shit. But, shout out Wanda Sykes. You don't see her.
But special shout out to freaking Soul Food. Because now I understand.
Soul Food is a good movie.
Now I understand why Terry was such a bitch.
Okay, Soul Food is good. So I feel like we watched Soul Food during one of the Negro months.
Did. And Snowfall.
Snowfall is
that was a good one.
Yeah.
But what about you?
Snowfall. It was just like, I know it's not a movie, but like
it's still black.
It's like because we watched it during our first time we started to do black stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We watched Snowfall. And it was, so I guess about the time we started this podcast, we were watching
was that
Snowfall.
Last year?
Was it? Maybe.
I don't know. I have to look at my notes because I took notes for freaking my Snowfall predictions.
One of these. So then we probably were doing the podcast because you were talking about Snowfall on the podcast.
6/17/2023.
Oh, so that was 2 years ago. Okay. Well, I mean, shit. But still, Snowfall is goddamn. It was good. Like, it like, I don't know. I feel like everything he talks about crack does this, but it makes you realize how
crack
scary.
Changed the trajectory of the history of the world.
The world
specifically.
Literally,
it's a very important moment in our history.
Fuck Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, his death anniversary was just like 2 days ago. Well, whenever Elon Musk and Donald Trump started fighting.
Fucking. But literally, Saint's girlfriend was supposed to go to like some like Ivy League school or some shit with a scholarship, but she didn't. She
got addicted to crack
because she was on fucking crack, and it's just like, and then the fucking CIA using the money to fund other goddamn wars and Nicaragua and shit. And it's just like, this is so fucked, and it's crazy. Like that's so like real, like freaking. Yeah. This goddamn funny reminds me. There's like a Tyler Creator song called I think 48 where like Nas is talking about how like selling crack fucked up, you know. Like his mental, he's like, damn, it's fucked up. Because the niggas are doing all kinds of crazy shit.
People were doing anything for crack. They were taking crack like it was weed.
Literally, it was smoking crack like
it was like a weed alternative. Like, oh, you like the weed? Here, you want to try?
There's some crack thing. Like, nah, I'm straight on that, big dog.
But the people didn't know. They just thought it was just a regular thing. Like, you know.
Yeah, regular dream killer, life ender. And then even when we were talking to freaking that dude the other day, when freaking he was like, "I've been selling crack," and freaking he was
like, what, dude?
Talking about he was talking about, and I was like, "What about junkies?" And he was like, "Crackheads are hilarious. Like they used to have good lives." And I was like, "That's so crazy. Like think about like that. Like these people are telling you about how their life used to be, but it's like, well, not anymore. Now you buy crack rocks for $10. So give me the money or fucking get out of here."
Wow,
that's crazy, man. But I'm sure crackheads are hilarious. I'm sure they're hilarious. But also, you still have a 401k.
Yeah.
Now you don't.
Some of them not. I know a crackhead that didn't have a... Well, they're former, but... Well, I don't know if they're former. I'm not even going to say that.
Hopefully they're a former crackhead. I'm glad. I hope that you've gotten off of the rock.
I hope. They've relapsed before, but...
That's life sometimes, man.
So, yeah. Don't feel ashamed if you relapse. It happens.
Sometimes you fall off the horse, get the fuck back on it, and stop doing crack. Just like a third time telling you guys, and I'll say it as much times as you guys need us to, you know. Please don't do crack.
I did.
I'll put a number for a crack hotline on.
A crack hotline?
I'm sure there's some of them. I'm Jones and I need somebody to help me.
I don't know. I feel like the addiction to crack is pretty strong. I don't think a phone call would help.
Yeah, no.
I feel like you have to have like some real will to like stop. But I don't know. I haven't done crack. So.
Don't do crack.
But anyway, any other movies or slash shows?
I mean, did you have another one?
No.
Yeah, cause I feel like, you know, I don't only did one, but I like Snowfall. It was a good one. Don't do crack. Also, a little subtle, not subtle, but also don't drink alcohol. That's what Snowfall says. Because Franklin Saint is alcoholic.
Well, that's because his daddy was alcoholic. It was hereditary.
But I feel like it, you know, because literally
he only drank because he was under duress. That's why it was so addicted. Because he was in a vulnerable position because he never drank before. And then he's like, I'll just have one because I'm stressed out. And then it was... But he seemed happier as a damn a wino than he did as a drug kingpin, I will say. That's the happiest I've ever seen Franklin.
That is fair.
Even when... did they ever show him having sex? I don't know. Even in moments like that, I don't think he was that happy.
Yeah, because that nigga was having
because the only emotions you got from Franklin were like businessman, straight to it, whatever, and rage.
Yeah,
that's it. I cannot remember a time where Franklin was happy for a prolonged period of time. I might have to rewatch it, but I can confidently say that 95% sure.
He was either trying to convince you or something. He was mad. That was his
or he was trying to get out of some bullshit.
Convince you with something. He's trying to goddamn burn that little slick tongue.
Yep, and crack tore his family apart, even though none of his immediate family members were on crack.
Yeah. Damn.
R.I.P. Jerome.
R.I.P. his dad too. I forgot his damn name.
Yes.
Fuck the CIA. Sorry, wait. Let me edit that out. I want you guys to tell you.
Part of the CIA.
I want you guys to come for the podcast.
The CIA that was working at that time. But yeah.
But no, Snowfall was super good.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, I should watch it again. It's really good.
I could.
Yeah. You know, we're coming to the close of the podcast.
Ripperino.
In the studio.
Live from the studio. You about to be unlive, but like not like unalive, but we're just gonna stop going live.
Wow.
Because we're gonna cut the camera off.
Anyway. We have our, staple. What you've been fucking with, So, what have you been fucking with this week?
What have I been fucking with?
Yes.
Honestly, this is real niche for you guys. A lot of you guys are gonna know what I'm talking about. It's this old game. It's called Wizard 101, right? I've just been playing it recently. I don't know what it is. It's the nostalgia. Yeah, pretty much, because the game's kind of ugly, but
it's also for kids, so.
Yeah. But I feel like it's only ugly, like, at the beginning. I feel like once you get towards the later worlds, stuff actually looks really cool. But you got to get through, like, 130 levels of just, like...
130.
Ugly stuff.
A lot.
Once you pass 130, you're like, oh, this shit is actually kind of cool looking. They really hired some real designers this time around. I'm fucking with y'all.
Maybe they're like, we're not going to upgrade the old stuff. We're just going to make the new stuff better.
Yeah.
Maybe one day for like an anniversary or something, they'll like remaster it.
Maybe, man.
Wizard 101 remastered.
There's all kind of like cool mounts and stuff now. Like there's all kind of like cool wands. Like outfits are just cool. Like houses. Like this, the after you hit like level, I'll say like 110 maybe. Stuff gets really cool in Wizard 101, but I don't been playing it a bunch lately. It's been it's only like $10 a month, so like it's not like you gotta pay for goddamn $70 to get this game. Like it's literally $10 you have it for the whole month. And if you don't want to play for the next month, then just don't pay $10.
Like gotta remember to cancel.
If you're an adult, you make that an hour. Like
hopefully.
Hopefully. But yeah, it's fun.
Should.
What about you? What you been fucking with?
I'm fucking with the first 48.
Oh, every time I go in your rooms, goddamn, Jaquanson Jones murdered.
You said that, not me, because they definitely be having white people on there. The fucking Irish Mafia,
well, when I
or the Irish Mob, or something like that.
The sinners. They're talking about.
I don't think it's a real Irish Mob. I think it's just groups of white people getting together and doing crime, and they just named it that.
Are they racist?
I don't know. I've only ever seen them kill white people.
Because Remy ain't racist. Okay,
so,
I'll fuck with that.
I don't know.
Shout out to non-racist white people.
Yeah, first 48. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like a puzzle because it's like a whodunit, But it's also really sad because I feel like most of the people I see on there that are the victims or the dang perpetrators are like young ass niggas. Like they arrested a 14-year-old in one of the last episodes I was watching. Can you even like arrest a 14-year-old? He got life. Like, damn. So they had to try him as an adult. But I feel like if you do like murder, then that's the one of the only case. Especially because it was like a gang affiliated murder. So Yeah, they threw the book at him, and he was real cocky about it. He's like, him and his co-defendant was cocky about it. It was like 4 of them, but 2 of them were really cocky. And I was like, and then they flashed like, oh, he was convicted and sentenced to life in prison. It's just like, look at you getting life in prison at 14.
Because I'm sure their big homies were like, hey, twin, you're only 14 years old. They legally can't even do that to you, bro. You going to be straight. Go ahead and get this little biz out here. Come out, you're going to be good.
Yep. And then they were trying to, like, he was trying to kill a rival gang member, but they ended up killing his girlfriend instead. And then he was trying not to tell them who shot at them. And he's like, what the fuck? And then I feel like you never loved your girlfriend if you're not going to tell me who shot her. And then he's like, it's not like that. It's code of the streets, blah, blah, blah. But he eventually told.
Damn.
And they blurred out his whole body. That's how I'm like, oh, you definitely were testifying.
That nigga's on the stand. It was that nigga right there, Your Honor. Which, honestly, I'd like to be like, don't snitch, don't snitch. I mean, respectfully, sometimes I feel like maybe you should. A little bit. Like, especially if you ain't really do nothing. Mm-hmm. Especially if you ain't really want to be there.
And the worst thing is these niggas don't even know how to shoot. They do not know how to aim. They just be...
No. I feel like if you're a real street nigga out there shooting stuff, then don't snitch, because you shooting shit too. Mm-hmm. But if you a civilian, if you ain't even want to be there for real, bro, it's you not like that, and that's okay.
You're not about
Please tell the police what happened so that we can get that thug off the street.
Yep. But yeah, that's my thing of the week. But not anymore, because after this week I'm not watching it anymore. So today's my last day, but I didn't watch it today
because I walked in and I was like, where's 48? He was like, next week, and I was like, all right, but better fucking not be watching that first 48.
But yeah, that's my thing
type shit. Well, damn, dudes, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here for the interim period, goddamn,
in the studio,
live from the studio right now. We might have 1 or 2 more episodes here. I don't know how long it takes contractors to actually do stuff. So
a long time.
But whenever we're actually back in the studio, we'll have goddamn, some guests and stuff. It's gonna be a super good time. We'll have some new guests.
Back in the studio.
I'm sorry, back in the back in the living room. We're gonna have some guests come on, some new guests, some old guests, people you love, people you super love. It's gonna be a blasty wasty. Exactly, because it's been a whole season. You don't know what these niggas doing anymore. We're artists. We evolve and emerge like butterflies every goddamn season. Nigga can be totally different than it was the last time they were here.
That's fair.
But again, thank you for tuning in. If you're on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, give us a like, follow, download, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff.
Podcasts and iHeartRadio network have so many commercials. Like, why is the first 4 minutes commercials, the middle third 4 minutes of commercials, and the last, after the fucking podcast is over, it's like 4 minutes of commercials. Literally. But anyway, that's not what we're here talking about. I mean, I guess that'd be good for me because that means money. But
that could mean like a grind your gears. But
damn.
Next time.
Well, I already said it. So.
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess. Au revoir.
So you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Please.
All the things.
Subscribe to the OnlyFans too.
Okay. Well, subscribe to the OnlyFans too. Okay.